Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Star Dynasties. Sorry it has been, close to a month I think by the time this video goes up, since the last part. I was busy working on some other projects, and then more recently, within like the past week or two, version 2.6 came out for Aurora 4X, and been playing that quite a bit. Probably do another Aurora series in the nearish future. I'm probably going to wait for 2.7 to come out because that fixes a very annoying bug from the changes Steve made regarding standing in conditional orders so that you could have more than just two. But unfortunately, it did break some stuff. Unless you specifically design your ships in a way to get around what it broke. But that's not the point of this video, so let's go ahead and get my timer started, and let's go ahead and figure out where the hell we left off, because I don't really recall. Okay, so the flower territories is kind of weak. They could probably still put up a bit of a fight, I imagine, although they've got a fair bit of unrest on a lot of their planets, so maybe we'll get an opportunity to take advantage of that. We'll see. I'm not exactly in a position, I think, to effectively try to take over and depose my liege. Yeah, I think a lot of my stuff is actually not quite as built up as they should be. Yeah, you don't have anywhere near enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and have my niece go over there and help you rebuild your fleet. What about you? You're about halfway. Gonna have my daughter go and help you out with that. Oh, this is me. Sorry, I'm an idiot. But I do need to rebuild my fleet. Okay, you're not too great either. So, brother-in-law can help you out. You're also not great. Rebuild fleet. I'm gonna send, I don't know what your relationship is to me. You're just somebody that's part of the family. I think that's probably gonna be about it for people that I send out, because I don't, well, no, I've actually got quite a few. So, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and, yeah, everybody go out, go help rebuild fleets. Okay, that's it, because I'm all out of action points. Now, somebody, I believe you have the ship fabrication plant, which is helping out everything within my territory. Wonderful. Do I have any more of those? I don't know if those stack. I think they might, though, because I think a lot of the buildings actually stack their bonuses, which can make it so that people who absolutely suck at a job normally are great at that job as a result. But okay, yep, nope, that looks to be about it. So let's go ahead and end turn. Barroom brawl, fun. Okay. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, okay. The Baroness of the Saren system is charging me with, or no, excuse me. No, the Baroness of Zeta Aquila is charging me with avenging Baroness of Saren Systems crimes. Okay. Let's deal with this right now. Of course, I don't really have the ability to deal with it myself, because I'm not an independent power and she is not one of my vassals. So I'm going to go ahead and ask my liege to deal with those. He will have 2 turns to take care of it. He will likely not do so. Okay, you just handed over territory for money. You want your heir to marry my daughter. He's not bad stats-wise. Ah. But she will live in your house. Because even though they're equally high in the line of succession, he is in line for a higher ranking house, House Flowers, over here. I'm going to say no. I'd rather keep her in my house, if you don't mind. No, I want you to stay in the house, if you don't mind. But I want you to find somebody who is actually good stats-wise, preferably military. But that doesn't seem to really be an option, unfortunately. Best person we have is really good at tech. Okay. We'll do that. Fine. And we'll hold a feast. And we'll invite everybody who's expecting an invite, because we don't have tons of money. I don't wish to invite anybody else. And a tournament is being held. I think I'm going to find somebody who's good at military, and I don't really have anybody who's particularly great at that, in all honesty. We are not a military household at all. My son-in-law will be my champion. Sure. Who's he fighting? Yeah, you're not going to do great. Just fight normally. Okay. Now that that is dealt with, that could potentially be helpful whenever we try to push our claim here, but that's not happening anytime soon. Oh, okay, I can ask a third party to be in this. Okay, that's interesting. I wouldn't have really expected that, in all honesty, but, my son-in-law's brother. Presumably that is why I can do it. Okay. Do you actually have a decent military? I don't think you... Oh, no, you do actually have a decent military at a glance. It's not quite good enough, but hopefully it'll work out in our favor. So, yep. I'm going to charge you with avenging my Archon's crimes against me. And we shall see how you go about that. And I imagine not much is going to happen. Don't really have any expansion options at this time unless I go ahead and start trying to acquire claims. And I'd rather focus a bit more on building up my stuff at this moment in time. I probably can go ahead and toss some people on... Yeah, no, you could still do a bit better. Rebuild your fleet. Son-in-law. You help with that. Rebuild fleet. Sister-in-law. Thank you. You're pretty much maxed out, so I'm gonna go ahead and just leave you be. Same with you. And same with you. Okay. So just check on these every couple of turns or so and see when they are fully built up. I think realistically we could probably give him a good run for his money once all of my ships or my fleets are repaired. Wonderful. Simulator completed. Nope, I do not care to be your secret lover. Okay. Random tournament. That's fine. Got some visitors here. Sensors pick up a spacecraft with an erratic flight path. They're not answering our hails, says Admiral Lobo Smith. It's not a warship. In fact, it's ancient. You pause to think. Let's board it. The ship's meandering course reminds you of a dying animal. The thought makes the hair on your neck stand up. We don't know if there's still air on board. Suit up, says Admiral Lobo Smith. As he opens the door, you shiver. Readings indicate the air is barely breathable. High levels of carbon dioxide and traces of sulfur? Better keep these helmets on, says Admiral Lobo Smith. The dim lighting suggests the ship's running on emergency power. You pass the flight deck, empty. Computers show no predicted flight path. This makes no sense, Admiral Lobo Smith cries. If an AI is flying this thing, why is there no flight path? Let's check the engine room, you reply. Your breath comes heavily now. The twilts, valves, and wiring seems to writhe, leading you deeper into the ship. Admiral Lobo Smith sends scans to your niece, who immediately reports back. Looks like several iterations of the same power conversion formula, although there are variables for some bizarre energy source and dark universes. Reads like they couldn't explain their own findings. Frankly, it's bunk. It seems to break the laws of several bodies lie inside the engine room, wires and tubes connecting them to a central machine. Their torsos have shrunk, their arms and legs nothing more than sticks emerging from sacks of meat. The breathing, Admiral Lobo Smith gasps, and the readings from this machine. Somehow these bodies are generating enough energy for the entire ship. Okay. So we can piss off a bunch of people, and opinion is to an extent temporary, but gain a permanent increase to wealth on our capital planet. Or we can take a opinion boost for our admiral, as well as improving our honor, our reputation. But there's no actual reputation penalty for using them to generate power. And again, it's a permanent wealth increase. And opinion is only temporary. Most of these people will get over it, or be dead by the time it would potentially bite us in the ass. So, use them to generate power for Terrabellum. Are you serious? Admiral Lobo Smith cries. You nod. Then there's no need for me to be here any longer, he roars, storming out. After an uncomfortable journey home, you call your council and lay out your plan. Puzzled glances are exchanged. You cannot breathe a word of this project, you command. Your wish seems immediately respected. Human power generator on Terrabellum is now repaired. And there's no need to, like... Yeah, I think that works. There's no need to, like, try to hide this after the fact. we have anybody else that I can, like, dump somebody on to improve wealth? I feel like I'm already sort of using the best options I have. So, I guess not. Okay. I don't really have anything to do here. I don't really have anything to do. It's mostly just kind of waiting for our stuff to get built up at this moment in time. Some of these will obviously finish sooner than others. Oh, flare up end of descent on Byham. That's fine. Oh. Okay, so our son-in-law's brother gave this planet over to our Archon in exchange for money. This guy has decided, you got your money, right, boss? And has switched back to House Hendrix, or the Hendrix systems, betraying us. So that's fun. Daughter's pregnant. Wonderful. Okay, my brother has uncovered a plot to replace me with a member of a minor house. Most of the conspirators are lieutenants with an axe to grind, except for one noble member, Duke Eris Wiley Smith. I'm sorry, she pleads. I just met This is the second time she's pulled this stunt. Let's just make that obvious. This is the second time she's done this. You tried to overthrow your liege. There's no crime more heinous. Well, I guess we'll open it and see if we blow up. Oh, well, at least our brother is competent. My liege, it's a trap. He seizes the box, an explosive device intended to kill. Our informant couldn't identify the sender, though I'm relieved they passed on the information in time. A secret has been created. And brother has heard rumors of a plot against me, and I'm guessing it's my daughter again because she just keeps doing it. Your niece's, the human power generator on Terabellum exceeds our expectations. Your niece's voice is dry as she rattles off the numbers. She stares at you in total silence, but you sense in her a desperate hope. Keep it running. The room is as tense as a tow cable and twice as fraught. You visit the generator one last time. The stunted bodies seem haunted in the gloom. The station's every sensor pulse, every VR simulation, every recorded music file will be powered by these imprisoned brains from now on. You shiver and shut the door. Okay, well, time to uncover the secret against us. We're going to investigate the coup. And none of you guys are particularly effective. You're busy training me in military. But you're not great at military. I don't know why you're training me. I should be the one training you. But whatever. My brother, who has been fairly competent in his role, is going to go ahead and, I think, take over investigating the coup, and we shall see how that goes for us. My expectations are not very high. I don't have any valid punishments against her at this time, somewhat annoyingly. I'm not sure that's just because she's busy helping to rebuild the fleet. Or what. Guess we'll find out, because they are almost done there finally. Want to get this blue dust mine up and running. Also, do I have any unrest issues anywhere that I need to worry about? Can't say I've seen any pop-ups about it, but doesn't hurt to just check it ourselves periodically. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh, okay, he just lost some ships. Okay, the Roland planets just gave up one of their planets to this Duchess for whatever reason. Still stays within the... There we go, the League. Okay, and she's rebelled because he refused to press some claims of hers. Oh, wow. Your nephew claims that the figures aren't adding up. He suspects foul play and is requesting funds to launch a full investigation. We must investigate. Oh. Well, apparently it's incompetence. Don't ascribe to malice what can plainly be explained by incompetence. After your nephew's extensive investigation, it turns out that Baroness Joyce Malonado is just terrible at bookkeeping. Her tax documents are a mess, but they've been paying their due, a little extra even. What a waste of an investigation. Okay, niece. Need to appoint a guardian for you. Well, he's busy already teaching somebody, and you're already busy teaching somebody. How about you learn to become a great negotiator by being taught by, I don't know what his relationship is to us. He's just my stepfather. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to have to sort of make a decision. Do I build the blue dust mine that gets me more money, or do I go ahead and rebuild Alioth? And I kind of want to do Alioth in all honesty, because I think it's got nicer stuff. Nope. More unrest flaring up on Byham. And brother reports on his progress investigating the alleged coup. I've gathered rumors, hypothetical dates, useful, but we're still in the dark. One informant said something about a gathering. Ooh, okay. You've made progress in covering the coup, but there's still more to do. Yep, he managed to retain power. Ooh, okay. Okie dokie. Well, we are in a big fight. And it just got a hell of a lot smaller. And she just gave up in exchange for money. Okay. Okay, and he just became... Okay, and he just decided, okay, never mind. I just lost my... the rest of my league, so I'm just going to go ahead and become a vassal in the petty federation. Okay, sure. Oh shit, my daughter just died. Well, that was unexpected. Your niece is asking for permission to try for another... Oh, yeah, sure, go ahead. I was about to read that wrong and was kind of confused for a second. Okay, let's go ahead and investigate the coup further, brother. You've been pretty decent at this. Go ahead and continue. Stepsister, let's get you a guardian. I already have somebody being trained on military negotiations. How about you learn... Well, I need to find somebody who's actually willing to take you, which, not really having a lot of options there. Okay, well, my brother's going to be the one, I think, because he will teach you security. Okie dokie, so I can attack you, and I have a pretty good chance of success against you. In fact, you have no colony fleet. Okay, that should be pretty easy. That should be pretty easy, all things considered. No, I'm not offering that to him. He declared war on me. I'm taking his stuff. Question, though, is, do I go ahead and attack immediately, or do I plan an attack for a few turns? Because I think, realistically, I should be able to take this with minimal worry. And I'm probably going to keep you in charge because you've got a positive opinion of me. You're not the one who declared war on me. You don't need to get punished for it. I can request that you just switch sides, and then we don't have to fight. I will ask politely that you hand it over. He will, of course, tell me to go and pound sand. And I can't request allegiance from her directly. I could try again. He may say yes. May get a luckier roll, but no, I think we're going to go ahead and attack. Because evidently it should be pretty smooth. Yep, and he's bringing in his army. He's got a decent fleet that he's bringing in, but I got a lot more ships. How do you feel about joining? Yeah, I figured you probably would be willing. I am out of action points, and he outnumbers us slightly when it comes to... I forget which one those are. I think those are the bombers. Yeah, I think it's bombers, interceptors, frigates, something like that. And he outnumbers us in frigates as well. I wish I had more action points. Do we risk it? Well, we're already rebuilding the fleet anyway, and so long as we do enough damage, he won't be able to rebuild, I think, faster than we can. Let's see, so what do you have in terms of tactics? Yeesh, God, that hurt. I guess just advance. Don't really have many good options here, and he's gonna get full advantage of his. We don't counter him. So He still wins. We failed to conquer him, but we did some damage. Took a lot of damage as well, but I think we will repair most of the damage in a somewhat timely fashion. Oh yes, my son-in-law. I'll figure out something to do with you at some point. Oh, he just left. Okay. He went to his brother's house. Okay, niece. Okay, you blink blearingly. Your niece disturbed your sleep for this? To think, a cloaked fleet could attack any moment. It's maddening. Don't worry, cloaking devices are rare. I promise. We're safe. Of course, that didn't do anything. Out of curiosity, now that he's your vassal, can I? No. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My other daughter also took part in a plot to oust me? Really? I find that surprising. I'm somewhat curious as to where he got most of his fleet from. Okay, he continues to get some stuff, but not a whole lot. Give me a ton of money, sure. You can have guardianship of him. Nope, sorry, no divorce. Okay, investigate coup. Brother, continue investigating. Plan attack, Admiral. Yep, go ahead. Rebuild fleet, have my wife assist with that. Gonna go ahead and build this. Never mind, wife, you're gonna go ahead and focus on building that, and somebody else will assist with building the fleet. My niece can do that, thank you. Okay. My Duke, I've witnessed strange things outside the station. Ships appearing and disappearing, the stars bending around a vessel. What could it mean? Have you discovered some otherworldly technology? 29% chance that we fail. And her opinion of us decreases. And she also discovers the secret anyway. How curious. I'll ask our scientists to investigate this. My thanks. I'm sure they will get to the bottom of this. I'm absolutely certain they will. We're not opening this one. It could be a trick. Destroy it. Security detonate the gift. Your courtiers seem puzzled. They shouldn't be. If they were there at the last one, they know that somebody put an explosive in and tried to blow us up. So it really shouldn't come as a surprise, in my opinion. I could take a hit to my reputation and just get her to join me. Ooh, Viridian Mine. Even more money. The question is just, do I have enough to do it? In theory, my military strength is 159, compared to his military strength of 68. But that's if I were able to field my full vassal fleets, which I would not realistically be capable of doing. No, handle that later. For now, we won't get rid of her. I think we're going to try it again. I'm not going to wait the 5 turns. That's going to be discovered. He's taken personal command. He's well within his rights to do that. He's only brought his own along. Okay, and damn. How the hell did they rebuild their fleet that quickly? They had, like, nothing before. Or is that a bunch of mercenaries? Oh, no. You guys just also have a ludicrous amount of bonuses. That's the other thing you got going for you. Well, I have one other vassal I can ask, and then I'm done unless I pay for some mercenaries. And I'm not super inclined to pay for mercenaries unless I absolutely have to. But I think he's asked everybody that he possibly can and is likely to accept. I'm fairly certain she's not going to accept. So I think we are done, and this is how the fleet's going to be. Unless he pays for mercenaries, which he proceeded to do. And he did ask some other people to join, and they all told him to go and pound sand. So, okay. We will counter him. He gets better rolls. Okay, looks like he doesn't really have many abilities here, so and I probably should have used advance in this case, it seems like. Oh, he's injured in combat. Wonderful. Makes our life easier. And advance. Wipe out the rest of the fleet. We win. We take Saren. He stops his plans to attack. We've conquered it. And I'm going to leave you in charge. Well, you used to have a positive opinion of me. You don't anymore. But I don't think I really have anybody else that I could potentially put in charge unless I happen to have somebody from the Alexander Federation, which I'm reasonably confident we don't. Not unless I'm... Oh, well, probably help if I actually look at the... That's claimants. Oh, there's no other notable houses here, so yeah, no. It would just be hoping that we had somebody from the Alexander Federation, which we don't. So, yeah, I'm going to keep you in charge. That should make you like me a little bit, in theory. Of course, we don't have a strong claim to it, so upset people. And he arrested, I'm assuming that's like his son? Or grandson, maybe? Son-in-law. Okay, and then for some reason he sent him to me. I don't know why. I will give you peace. Oh, you don't want it. Okay. And I am all out of action points. And the Gates faction have made a claim that they are the rightful owner of Saren. Okay. Ah, wonderful. Brother has managed to get some decent progress this time. I've gathered dates, suppliers, details of the plot itself. The who eludes me. Then we have enough, you reply. We'll wait for them to strike. When they do, use this intelligence to foil them. And I've learned a new combat tactic, cover bombers. And House Hart overthrew House Hunt, and Lady Anne is now the ruler of the Hunt Confederation. And immediately declares war on Alpha Centauri. Okay, you want the release of this guy. I don't know why. Oh, he's a distant relative of yours, and I don't know why he was transferred to my prison. I do not know. Sure. Well, actually, now that I have 12 vassal slots, do I really want to make peace? If I have 12 vassal slots, that means, and I'm only using 10 of them, I can invade you, put somebody else in charge who is, you know, more amicable to my vision. No, you can't have him. I'm not even going to just give him to you for free because, you know, he might be useful. Okay, Baroness of Zeta Quile has charged me with avenging Baroness Monette Lawson's crimes. Okay, fine. Let me deal with this. Large fine. Thank you very much. Now you guys stop fighting. My niece is pregnant. Wonderful. Here are a few visitors. Your stepfather's shuttle has docked at the colony, but he isn't responding to your hails. As you hurry to the shuttle bay, you're nearly bowled over by a medical team with a gurney. Your stepfather's body is huddled under an aluminum blanket. His eyes glassy, his entire chest stained rust red. What happened to him? Maybe he left a message of some kind. Okay, I don't know what that thing was, but I've got to get back to the station. The quality is poor, but your stepfather was desperate to leave a final record. His shuttle crashed on an uncharted asteroid at the edge of the system. When he heard shuffling outside, he armed his sidearm, prepped his suit, and stepped outside, but all he found was a nest of strange greenish orbs. One cracked suddenly, and I felt a punch to my gut. I saw a creature, a hatchling, I think, burrowing inside my body. It was a split second, and now it's inside me, and I have to get back home. $52% chance that he becomes ill. Doctor is somewhat pleased, and his opinion of us increases because we managed to get this creature out of him. I'm trying to think what this could be a reference to, and I'm really not sure. It's definitely not aliens. It's not a xenomorph. They do definitely have an event for that, though. But this doesn't sound like that one, because it burrowed inside his body, which isn't how the facehuggers, as the name implies, operate. That would be the closest thing that I know of to what this is describing, but it's not exact. So I'm like 99% certain this isn't that. I can improve our house's technology score, but let him die. I think I might actually have somebody who's a better negotiator than him in the grand scheme of things. Or is at least very similar. But then it's a question of, is that slight increase, and it's permanent, presumably. Let's just quickly look through. Do I actually have a better negotiator? Yes or no? You know, the answer is looking like it's actually a no, so he is actually fairly important to us. So we'll try to save his life. Dr. Gazette Smith, get that thing out of him. After hours of surgery, Dr. Gazette Smith wipes her brow and shrugs out of her scrubs. I'm so sorry. Negotiator Wallace Smith is dead. The creature detected we were removing it, panicked, and burst right out of him. She takes a moment and pours herself a glass of Synthanol. The creature is isolated, for what it's worth. The alien creature crawls around its enclosure like some sort of worm. Its body is fat and round with stubby legs. Its juvenile state was ferocious, but this adult seems slower and less dangerous. Your scientists are amazed at its biology and how it seems resistant to any human disease. Okay, maybe I'm wrong and this is actually... Maybe this is alien. It just doesn't quite seem like it. So I can get a slight increase to technology, not as good as if we had just let him die and observed it all. Oh, but that's only, what, 12 turns of a bonus? If I'm reading that right? That's not that great. I'd rather take the permanent +5. Study it. We could learn something from its alien tissues. You studied the alien life form. It seems to be struggling. You wonder how long it can survive in an environment like this, hostile to its bizarre biology. We now have the trait studied alien life form. Oh, and it's not permanent. It's only 20 turns, so 10 years. I don't know why I thought it was permanent. The whispers of an attempted coup have died down. Perhaps there was nothing to this rumor. I don't think that's true at all. And my sister got in a fist fight. Okay, well, now we need a new person to take charge. My niece is already busy doing something else. And I don't think there's anybody better to replace her. Nope, that is legitimately her best job. I can appoint my daughter, who isn't exactly great at negotiations, but she is the second best option, so I guess I'll do that. Oh, do we have a bloodline upgrade? If we're going to go on a conquest, I think warrior bloodline is actually going to be very useful. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Thank you. You need a new guardian. I seem to be the best one to train you on diplomacy, unfortunately. And then I need somebody to teach you technology. Do I really have a significant? Oh, yes, I do, evidently. Okay. Admiral, you go ahead and plan an attack there. We will be engaging in that in the nearish future. Daughter, go ahead and help with rebuilding the fleet down there. One more turn until we get that. However, my timer has already gone off, so I think we're going to go ahead and end this part here. Gonna go ahead and have, oh god, they are all crap at that job, never mind. Six wealth and you're not even fully built up. You could actually be pretty useful. I like you. I'm building that up. But not right this second. Okay. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and end this part here. Next part, we will likely be getting ready to invade Sad al-Malik here. So that we can have somebody who's favorable to us in charge. Okay, Mentor Thorcastro could be placed in charge. He has a strong claim and he is in favor of us. He's not currently in charge of anything, so he is eligible by all means. I think that is worthwhile. And then probably also rebuilding Iloth, the colony there, and then probably just continuing again trying to rebuild our navy, considering we just lost a good chunk of it in this war, and we'll proceed to lose a little bit more of it as we conclude the war. But I think realistically, once that is all said and done, we will be in a good position. Militarily to potentially lead a revolution and gain our independence from the Petty Federation. But I suppose there is also the question of, do I want to do that while this guy is in charge? And I think the answer to that is no. Preferably, I think I would actually assassinate him so that the house no longer gets the bonuses from his just ludicrous military skill. And instead, they get the military skill from the current heiress, who, quite frankly, is not very good in the military department. And so anything we can do to hurt that, I think, is beneficial. May even be worth assassinating the Admiral here. I just don't know if they have anybody potentially better equipped to replace him. At least based off what little intel we have, I'm inclined to think they don't. Actually, I think we're going to go ahead and start running a spy network here. And have my brother do it. He's not super great, but he doesn't have a particularly high chance of being discovered. I want to try to get some more info on who these other inactives are, to figure out if any of them are potentially better than Admiral Neil Petty here. Because if they're not, I want to probably assassinate him as well. That will hamper their military strength. quite a bit. Because they do get some from whoever is in charge of the house. Even if that individual is not actually that good. I also do find it somewhat interesting just how small of a house they have. Which seems weird to me. But okay. But yeah, so let's go ahead and save game. And I will see you all next time. Until then, goodbye and farewell.